right, we got a real special treat today.
You could call it that.
This is
I might not.
Yeah. So this human being, this guy, is someone that I've had a few requests to do or reacts on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not like an overwhelming amount. It wasn't like the Lily Lou thing where it's like every episode. When is this one coming? When is almost like it was like obligatory that we did it? You know?
Oh yeah.
Like
from the moment we started doing this, it was like, hey, you should do this.
Yeah, and it gets to the point of like I'm a bit contrarian, right? So I'm like, maybe I won't do it.
Yeah. Maybe just to set a trend of not.
Yeah. So
I don't listen to anyone.
Richie the Barber is the subject today,
Who I had not heard of until you brought this up.
which yeah. So like this guy's like verified on Instagram and stuff. Like he's got the blue check and like I'd
that
argue
make you mad?
It does. It irritates me a little bit. Not because this guy doesn't deserve it necessarily, but like if he does, I feel like I do.
That's fair.
You know what I
You do
mean?
deserve it, buddy.
The problem is like if you make it mainstream versus if you go around mainstream, because I definitely have skirted around mainstream.
Yep.
Where our friend here was on America's Got Talent in
Oh, really?
2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go. I had seen the clip before, but
Yeah.
I had to go and refresh my mind on him because like I didn't want to come into this without like a visceral image of it, you know?
Okay. Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
This is a talent?
So I'll give you the story here. Or so as he explained it. He's seen a clown when he was 10 with his grandpa, and he was scared.
Okay.
And his
That
grandpa
tracks. Yep.
explains that the clown is good and happy, and he became fascinated and wanted to be a clown.
Oh,
and
Grandpa.
went home and put his makeup on,
Oh,
his
no.
mom's makeup on, and all of a sudden, wanted to be a clown for the rest of his life.
All right.
He waited, I believe, until he was like 27 to get the face tattoo, though, like the full clown thing.
Fully commit.
Yeah, like to fully clown commit.
Yeah.
Right. So there was some time invested in the idea of being a clown before he pulled the
I mean,
switch.
from 10, he's really certain.
17 years until I believe he's just a few years older than us now.
This really goes to show you, grandparents out there, maybe just pick your words.
Yeah.
Pick your words careful.
Yeah, because you'll end up becoming.
You're committing your grandkids to a lifetime that you didn't understand
So
that you were doing.
on the audition, because he didn't make it past the audition round.
That's fair.
I think he scared the hell out of some of the judges.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Anyway, it
Most
was
people are afraid of clowns.
yeah, this isn't makeup. It's not washing off.
Yeah.
Right. And he stresses that he really wants to show the world that you could be whatever you want to be. Don't let anybody tell you can't be. Right.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I can appreciate that message. I
Yeah, I
really
can too.
But I think we're getting into an area of like, remember we had Tiamat Dragon Lady,
Yes.
where it was like, I don't know, we're there yet.
Yeah.
This is a little closer because I feel like it's a little easier to mimic like makeup with tattooing than it is to
Yep.
become a literal dragon with tattooing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Very,
mean?
very different spheres.
But like we're attempting a similar thing here. of,
Yes.
Like I want to be this
Avatar.
fantasy creature or character or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like the exact opposite of what I always wanted to do.
Be a clown?
Like
That's the
not
exact opposite
even a
of that?
clown. Like he could be a Martian for all I care.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean? Like the whole the idea.
I want to be something else.
I want to be something else. Or I want to be some gimmick or some
Yeah.
escapism thing. Like I always wanted to be just me with more shit going on. I'm not. So I'd say that body mod comes out in different ways, right? Mm-hmm. Like this is a very different reason to do this kind of thing.
I always thought of clown as an occupation.
Well, I believe it is to some degree, but it doesn't pay well enough, right? Like when he was doing the the clown thing on the America's Got Talent, it was like it wasn't very amazing, right? It was some juggling and some singing, and like it wasn't awful. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it was like
I was like, all right, this
I don't
is
know
clown.
if this is the mecca of what a clown could do.
Yeah, this isn't the upper echelons of clowndom.
There was some unicycling and there was some juggling, but like this guy's a barber by trade.
Oh, okay.
And I believe that is what he's doing now. Now he does celebrity haircuts, and you could book in with him through his Instagram to get a haircut by Richie the Barber, right? Like he cashed in on the notoriety for sure. Like it's,
And I'm sure he's a bit of a badass with it.
oh, I'm sure he is. I'm
Yeah.
sure you get a great haircut.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that at all. Like I always equate this kind of thing, as strange as it's going to sound, to like competency.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like if you can get through life and be successful.
Yeah, you probably kill at whatever you're doing.
Yeah, like if you have this impediment working against you, you are a clown.
Yeah.
You're probably pretty good at not just most of what you do, but charming people too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The guy's incredibly charismatic.
Oh, that's the thing. I noticed. It seemed like, man, I would want to hang out with this dude. I'm not a big clown guy, but like he seems like he'd be fun.
I think it would be the kind of thing that you would meet him, you would have that apprehension, and then within minutes you'd barely notice.
He'd be assuaged pretty quickly.
But one of his problems, he said in an article I found on him, was he's had a really, really hard time finding love. Like he's a
Mrs.
novelty
Clown?
item to women.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Like it'll be like, oh well, I fucked the clown. You know what I mean? Like haha, like that's, and maybe it'll be a couple dates, and then you won't hear back from them.
Yeah, not. Who are you courting lately? This clown has my interest.
As humorous as that may be in a snapshot, like
it's actually kind of heartbreaking.
It's kind of sad because I'm sure he's a sweet guy.
Yeah, he seems great.
But like, I will say on that note, I've never had any trouble with that stuff.
No.
So I think it's like the aesthetic of what you're doing with body mod does make a difference, right? Like tattoos and piercings doesn't say enough. Mm-hmm. So like, oh yeah, I'm dating a tattooed and pierced guy, versus oh yeah, I'm dating a tattooed and pierced guy, and then he's a clown, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a real life clown forever. Like, so your flavor really does affect things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I've had people think, oh, how are you ever going to find a partner? That kind of, it's like, if anything, was easier because of it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I did it for that reason either.
No, it's just a byproduct.
Yeah, it's just a byproduct. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get past that kind of a thing, because maybe some people won't care, but I think it's going to be real hard to find someone who's good with it, you know? Like it's,
well, and this is like a full identity commitment, right? Like this isn't something that it's just like, oh yeah, he'll eventually wash off the makeup and set down
there's none of that.
The clown shoes
In fact,
or whatever.
It's gone farther, because he did the most impressive thing about his body of work, if you're judging, because there's some really weak stuff here, and we can get into that a little bit, but he had surgery on his eyebrows to give him a constant, like, surprised face.
Oh my God.
So like implants or whatever. I don't know exactly the details of what they did in there, but his eyebrows are fixed in the surprised position.
Okay.
So my issue with that would be, like, kudos to you for going through with it, committing, whatever. But like, I'm gonna always look surprised.
Yeah.
It makes body language difficult.
Yeah.
Like conversations, cues, like it would kind of make it hard to understand where a person's coming from sometimes. We don't understand, like how much you read in a person's face, right? Like if you give me one look and you say a certain thing, it can mean something completely different.
Yeah.
So like, that's messing up some of your interactions, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because like, how can you ever be angry at someone with this face that's always like happy or surprised or whatever the hell?
Yeah.
Like, no matter what position
who takes you
pick,
seriously,
even if you made it like you're always angry, so now you can never. It's always like, it's hard to make it. It's hard to be poignant that way, you know. I don't know. That seems like a tough one for me.
My curiosity with these things is always like, what happens? So he is a clown, right?
He is a clown.
That is he's made it. So what does that mean? Because like say like you use this as anything else that people could ascribe their identity to. It's like, oh, I'm a doctor. Okay, you get there, you be a doctor. Then you are still you after the doctor is there, right? So I would ask the same thing. It's just like, you got to clown pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Like, you are a clown. Okay, cool. Yeah. But then, like, what does that do? Do you hit a mark and then what does that mean to him?
Part of my apprehension with the whole thing is, like, I'm in deep conflict over this because I don't know what a clown bodysuit looks like. Right?
Well, I think it's very open to interpretation.
It's very open to interpretation, but like, that's a lot of face work for not many tattoos. Mm-hmm. And the tattoos that are there aren't of a similar level to what he's aiming for. Yeah. Right? Like, you be a real life clown, and the clown makeup on the face, some of it works for me, but the the other tattoos that are there, it's like there was a lot left to do, and you just went straight to the face. And I understand doing that for this aesthetic of being a clown, but like that still has a heavy connotation for me, where it's like you skipped a lot of the steps there. I don't know that they matter for this guy, but
Probably
they would
not.
matter for me.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just one of those that there's only one thing on the table for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the other tattoos are probably just him collecting tattoos.
Yeah.
Like it becomes a completely secondary element.
It's a really strange way to do this for me.
I mean, yeah, turning yourself into a clown is not exactly mainstream, if you will.
Like this, I feel like going for drinks with this guy, you'd hear some crazy stories.
Oh my God,
you know what I mean? Like I would go out for a pint with this guy and just take it in.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying
with
I
you.
couldn't tell him a few too.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is a dude you'd want to go. All right, so tell me, take me through it.
Yeah, yeah. I got it.
Don't give me the buzz phrases. Don't give me the short version. I want to know all of it.
Yeah, me
you know
too.
what I mean? I want the story.
Yeah, it's got to be a wild tale. Like, and it just absolutely has to be because wow.
Yeah, there's got to be more to it than that couple minutes that you get off that American's Got Talent, where they've edited it to be like, magical and happy. You know?
Everything's great.
Yeah, I want to know the gory details.
Yeah, yeah, because you know that this takes more commitment than what most people understand. I think.
Yeah, guaranteed. This is a lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, I'd have a pint. I'm not. I don't want this.
You know,
for me.
Kevin the clown.
Not particularly, weirdly enough, but hey, we can have a beer anytime.